Yo, what's going on, guys? This is how I made $580 today trading ES. I usually trade NQ, but the price action just looked a whole lot cleaner on ES today, so that's why I went ahead and took it there. But here are the executions. Took it on MES, by the way. But let me just go ahead and run you guys through the whole trade breakdown and the analysis. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and just hop right into it. So let's go ahead and just skip straight to where we got our setup. So coming into the day, we saw that Asia basically, just kind of range, kind of consolidated here, and then we see London ended up taking out the Asia high here on NQ, but you can see we put in an SMT with ES, as ES never went ahead and took out that high. So from here, we see price just straight up dump lower. If you go into the higher time frame as well, very obviously bearish market. You can see we wanted to go for something lower down here, which was my drawn liquidity was this low down here from Wednesday, October 22nd. So coming to market open here, we see at 9:30, unfortunately we had no top wick here, which is something that I didn't like. I honestly wanted to see price come up here just for the simple fact that we did not have a wick. But however, at the same time, I do trade whatever it is that I see, not what I want to see. So right here, 9:30 opens, displaces through these lows, breaking structure, forming a 15-minute fair value gap. And if you guys don't already know this, any fair value gap, especially made within the first 15 to 30 minutes of market open, that break structure, if it's in line with your bias and your narrative, they should be respected and they should deliver price in your direction. So with that being said, so right here on the 15, we can see here that ES ended up tapping into the fair value gap. Let me go ahead and just mark that up real quick. So ES ended up tapping into its bearish 15-minute fair value gap, sweeping out these 15-minute candle highs, and we also did put in an SMT with NQ, as NQ never tapped into that fair value gap. So scaling down into the lower time frame. So yeah, 10 AM opens lower, sweeps at the lows. We then come back up into the 15-minute fair value gap, sweeping out the highs. And notice how we never got a body close above the highs. We pretty much just wicked it. We came back down, wicked again, and then finally came back down, putting in a change in state of delivery. So pretty much the reason I took this on ES was because ES tapped into its fair value gap. So right here we see, boom, sweep of liquidity, failure to body close above these. We get a very nice obvious sweep. So from there, price kind of just consolidates, just kind of tinkers around here. Then we finally get a change in the state of delivery with this body closure here, as we finally engulf the last set of up close candles before the sweep of liquidity. So with that being said, as soon as we pretty much closed right here, I went ahead and entered on market, which thankfully it didn't fill me all the fuck the way down here. It filled me somewhere around like here, thankfully. So I ended up getting pretty good slippage right there, in my opinion. So I entered on market. Usually I would have probably set a limit on the CISD, but as of recent, I've just been entering market and just kind of adjusting my stop or my contracts. So entered market. From there, we're gonna go ahead and play out the rest of the trade. You see, we come back into it. I thought we were going to get stopped out here, but you can see we take out that top wick, and we start slowly but surely chopping away towards the TP. So right here, so I went break even. So right there at this point, the trade was risk free. So from here, just let price play out. The fuck is this? I don't know what the fuck this is. Oh yeah, I believe this is a 15-minute fair value gap. Yeah, it's a 15-minute fair value gap that we had ended up making as well. So go all the way down. Keep playing, and boom, finally we ended up hitting TP. So we ended up hitting TP, and we took out all of our draws on liquidities. Yeah, but that's pretty much the trade that I took today, that allowed me to make $580 today. It was pretty plain and simple, to be honest. Looking at it in hindsight, very obvious, AMD power of 3 kind of day. If you guys don't know what that is, Asia consolidated, London then manipulated the Asia high, and then distributed lower, and New York was obviously the continuation to our drawn liquidity. So if you guys want another quick top-down analysis, Wednesday's low was today's draw, just for the simple fact that we had this nice fat displacement candle to the downside. It really made no sense for price want to run back up. We really had nowhere to even run up from. Moving on to the 4-hour, we see here SMT changing state of delivery, important fair value gaps breaking structure. We left this as a breakaway gap. We didn't even come back into that, and just for the simple fact that we're just so far into the week, since it's already Friday, I was not expecting price to come all the way the fuck back here and then sell off, maybe, but it came into somewhere here on that leg, which is exactly what we did. So scale it into it. Just gonna break down exactly what I said again. Accumulation, manipulation of that high, distribution lower. New York was a continuation. Scaling down to the 15-minute time frame, got a tap of the 15-minute fair value gap here. SMT with the super liquidity, failing to close above. scale down to the 1 minute. 15. Chop away, get the change in delivery with what else? So we get the change in state, we break structure, and we form an imbalance. And we also inverted this 1 minute gap. So we had lots of confluences showing us that we wanted to go further to the downside. As you can see here, price, did chop around for a bit. We did almost get stopped out and face some drawdown. But, at the very end, price ended up locking the fuck back in, and it finally sold off and dumped towards our target. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this trade recap. Hopefully you guys are able to learn something and take something away from this. That's the trade that I took for today. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want more trading content, more trade recaps, more live trading, go ahead, just make sure subscribe, like, comment on my videos, and we'll go ahead and get some more content out. And I'm also going to be posting a live trading video for today because I did record this live. So if you guys are interested in watching me live stream my trades, I'm going to be live streaming all my trades every single day on TikTok. My TikTok is @Befcito, same handle that I have right here or right here. So if you guys are interested in that type of stuff, make sure you hit me a follow. I am going to be live streaming all my trades from here on out. Hope everybody here has a blessed day.